Big Supreme Court relief for Delhi Chief Minister. Apex Court says CM suffered for 90 days.
In the interim, the court has observed that Mr. Kejriwal has already undergone substantial amount of incarceration and therefore directed his immediate release.
Custody not needed for interrogation. CM gets interim bail but continues to be in jail. Aam Aadmi Party claims moral victory.
मैं आज भारतीय जनता पार्टी को ये कहना चाहती हूँ कि इस देश के एक के बाद एक हर न्यायालय ने आपके षड्यंत्र का पर्दाफाश किया और आज एक के बाद एक हर न्यायालय अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को जमानत दे रहा है.
What next for jailed CM? Top focus on 5 Live.
All right, now, in a significant development today, the Supreme Court of India granted interim bail to Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal in the Enforcement Directorate excise policy case. However, the Delhi Chief Minister remains to be in Tihar jail. He continues there for a while now. Here's why.
Relief for Arvind Kejriwal from India's top court. The Supreme Court on Friday granted interim bail to the Delhi Chief Minister in the Enforcement Directorate's excise policy case. But Kejriwal will remain in Tihar jail, as he was also detained by the Central Bureau of Investigation on charges related to the alleged liquor policy scam under the Prevention of Corruption Act. The Supreme Court's bench has referred Kejriwal's petition challenging his arrest by the ED to a larger bench. The interim bail granted to Kejriwal could potentially smoothen the process for obtaining bail in the CBI case, offering a glimmer of hope for Kejriwal and his legal team. The political firestorm intensifies, with both AAP and BJP claiming vindication.
सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने ये इशारा करा है कि जब भी कोई भी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल फंक्शनरी इस प्रकार के अपराध में लिप्त होता है तो उसको अपने पद से इस्तीफा देना चाहिए. लेकिन माननीय मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग एजेंसीज को गुमराह कर रहे हैं, अपने साथियों को भी लिप्त कर रहे हैं. कभी सौरभ भारद्वाज जी का नाम लेते हैं, कभी आतिशी जी का नाम लेते हैं, कभी दुर्गेश पाठक जी का नाम लेते हैं, पर सत्ता के मुंह में इतने मदमस्त हैं कि सीएम की कुर्सी को छोड़ने के लिए वो तैयार नहीं है.
मैं आज भारतीय जनता पार्टी को ये कहना चाहती हूं कि इस देश के एक के बाद एक हर न्यायालय ने आपके षड्यंत्र का पर्दाफाश किया. एक के बाद एक न्यायालय ने कहा है कि अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के खिलाफ सबूत नहीं है और आज एक के बाद एक हर न्यायालय अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को जमानत दे रहा है.
The court's decision to refer Kejriwal's plea to a larger bench has sparked a broader debate regarding the powers of the ED under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. The court has referred 3 questions. 1. Whether the need and necessity to arrest is a separate ground to challenge arrest under Section 19(1) of PMLA. 2. Whether the need and necessity to arrest refers to the satisfaction of formal parameters to arrest, or it relates to other personal grounds and reasons in the facts and circumstances of the said case. And finally, what are the parameters and facts to be taken into consideration by the court while examining the need and necessity to arrest. The Supreme Court highlighted the right to life while granting Kejriwal bail. The larger bench could now decide on laying down stricter guidelines for ED while making arrest under PMLA. With Nalini Sharma, Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, important day for the Delhi Chief Minister because the Supreme Court has granted him interim bail. However, he continues to be behind bars, but there are larger ramifications as to what the court essentially said today. Let's give you an idea about what these ramifications are. Remember, it prompts an entire debate in the Supreme Court about PMLA, the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. Can the ED continue unbridled arrest powers? Is this something that's going to be looked at very closely? Because there's been criticism already. The Supreme Court has raised right to life while granting bail to the Delhi Chief Minister today. Also, should there be necessity to arrest if you require to interrogate the person in question? Why is arrest necessary is the question the court has asked today. Should the ED face stricter arrest restrictions? Again, something that is being looked at. Larger bench to decide on ED's arrest powers, and that's an important and the most important aspect of this entire case. Also, a larger bench's decision to directly impact the powers of the Enforcement Directorate in this case. I'm going to go straight across to my colleagues who are getting us more details on this story. Shreya is with us, and so is Kanu Sharda, tracking that big story. Kanu was in court this morning when the court essentially said, Kanu, that the Delhi Chief Minister has suffered for 90 days. Why is the custody important if you only want to interrogate him?
Yes, Neha, the Supreme Court has categorically pointed out on the fact that, Arvind Kejriwal needs to be on the interim bail because he has suffered for 90 days in the ED custody, barring those 21 days when he was out on election campaign. The court has categorically noted that interrogation cannot be a sole ground of arrest in this case. And since it has also questioned the necessity of arrest in the particular case. So very big questions have been, referred to a larger bench. That could be a constitutional bench now. And a constitutional bench will have to decide on the ED's exclusive powers under Section 19 and 45, and the Supreme Court has also categorically asked the larger bench to examine as to what was the necessity of arrest in this particular case. So importantly, this case is a huge relief for Arvind Kejriwal for now. But when we have spoken to his lawyers concerned, they are saying that they will argue the case before the High Court, where the CBI case is listed on the similar petition that the arrest has been challenged there also. So they are saying that similar kind of arguments will be made because the ED and the CBI cases are identical in nature, and that is why they are expecting a relief from the Delhi High Court also by next week.
By next week, relief from the Delhi High Court is what is being expected by the CM's team here. But the big question is about the PMLA, and this is something that the court reflected upon. Is the Prevention of Money Laundering Act then draconian? The Prevention of Money Laundering Act, remember, was passed in the year 2002. The Enforcement Directorate case, the information report is the equivalent of an FIR in this, well, as per the PMLA, and this is contentious. The ECIR is registered based on the FIR lodged by some other agency. Also, ECIR is not shared with the accused when summons have been issued. Many of the accused have spoken about the fact that this is completely unfair. Statements by the accused treated as admissible evidence before a court of law. Summons doesn't distinguish between accused and witness, and that's another problem that's being looked at as far as the provisions of the PMLA is concerned. Also, PMLA accused need not be an accused in the scheduled offense. So that's a problematic aspect of this as well. Bail under PMLA only if two conditions are met, and this is the reason why many accused are finding it difficult to get bail if they are charged under the sections of PMLA. Bail only if the court is satisfied that the accused hasn't committed an offense. Very difficult to satisfy a court of law in this matter. Also, bail only if the court is satisfied that the accused is not likely to commit an offense. Shreya continues to be with us. Shreya, this has been debated time and again as far as the provisions of the PMLA is concerned. Politically, it's been an issue for the Congress party in the Lok Sabha elections. But the fact of the matter is that the BJP today says that this is, no relief for the Delhi CM. He ought to step down. The political pressure on the Chief Minister essentially continues.
Sneha, it depends on which side of the political arena you are on to actually deduce the order. Having said that, this is also for the first time that we are looking at the court going into the two different sections of PMLA, which is actually important to satisfy bail in this particular case. Now, Arvind Kejriwal has challenged his arrest, and right now that particular hearing has been referred to the constitutional bench, as my colleague Kanu was pointing it out. And that, however, or in whichever manner the court actually pronounces the judgment, it will have a larger ramification. As of now, his interim bail has been given on the reasons that the court felt that for 90 days he's already suffered. So whether or not in the next part of this particular hearing, which is on the challenge of arrest, what does the court has to say, it will definitely have a larger ramification, not just in this particular case, but also in cases to come, because as you were rightly pointing it out, that PMLA has been a bone of contention for almost all political parties. We've seen petitions lining up in the court as well. So this is probably going to be one of those crucial judgments that will come in after the hearing concludes by the constitutional bench in the case that has been filed by Arvind Kejriwal challenging his arrest.
All right. I'm going to thank you, Shreya, for getting us those details. Also, Kanu, for putting that story into perspective. Remains to be seen whether the Delhi Chief Minister gets relief from the court in the case that is pending against him. Of course, the CBI continues to be the investigating agency here.